What's up, everybody? The gate tonight, 20,427. It was 17.7 million. Performance of the night is Romero and Conor, and the fight of the night was Woodley and Thompson. And I would like to thank the Las Vegas Culinary Union for spending their members' dues to help make this the biggest night ever in UFC history. Thank you, dummies. But sitting here tonight, we broke every record in UFC history tonight. Every record, every record. The only one I'm waiting on now is the Fox number. You know, how did Fox Sports 1 do? And it would be really, really weird and make no sense if we didn't break that record too. So,
Dana,
turned out good for us.
Dana,
yeah.
How was the first off? How was the pay-per-view numbers? How are they trending right now?
Very good.
You think you broke?
We did. We broke the record.
Okay.
Conor special. I mean, everybody's been saying, wait till he faces a wrestler. Wait till he faces a wrestler. You know, he throws that left hand with no effort, but boy, when it touches people, they go. It's unbelievable.
A lot of confusion in the cage afterwards with the lack of the two belts. I know you guys ran.
Whoa. Just for the record. I'm not supposed to bring his belt. He's supposed to bring his belt, right? He's yelling at me because I don't have his belt. I'm like, no, you're supposed to bring your belt, and I give you the new belt. Sure. So we went back there, and Tyron Woodley gave us his belt. So
has Conor given it back to Tyron Woodley?
Huh? He got it back, yeah. He let us borrow his belt.
With Wonder Boy and Woodley and how that played out, not necessarily controversy, but confusion more than anything else.
It wasn't. I think what happened was they were really trying to make sure those scores were totaled right, and you know, you don't want to mess that up. And even when we came back, you could tell Tyrone thought we were going to say, "Oops," you know, Wonder Boy won, but it was a draw. And when you look at that fight, you know, you could call that fight. I actually had it even going into the 5th round, but my opinion doesn't mean shit. So
I guess one place it does matter, though, is what happens next with those two guys.
You rematch them, man. I think that it was a draw, and the fight was ridiculous. It was the fight of the night. You do it again.
Conor, I guess we can't wait to talk to him and find out what he wants to do next. But what do you see? I mean, you guys had very differing opinions about the future of his career. You're saying he's got to. Well, you said that he needed to give up a belt. He's saying you're going to have to get an army together to take one of those belts away.
Yeah.
Where do you stand right now? I mean, with the star as bright as him, could he find a way to maybe do both these?
Listen, I've never dealt with anybody like this kid on so many different levels. You know, normally he walks out of the octagon and he goes, I want to fight this guy next. Nobody does that. Nobody has ever done that. Nobody's ever walked out of the octagon and told me they want to turn right around and fight again. He does. And who knows? I'm going to let him enjoy this night and enjoy it, and we'll talk business later.
So Habib Nurmagomedov had an incredible performance tonight. He had some pretty strong words for Conor. I think he had a couple of words for you as well, maybe over there.
I didn't hear what he said.
Okay, well, what do you think? Where does he stand? I mean, does he deserve to fight
that guy was screaming at me in between every round. Give me that belt, and yelling all. I was yelling back to him, finish this fight first. How about you know, in 30 seconds you got to deal with him. And every round he's screaming at me, you know. I get it. Understood. You want a title shot. I get it. We'll figure it out.
So do you have an idea? Because Tony Ferguson had an amazing performance just a week ago.
I agree.
Do you have an opinion on which guys?
It's a good problem to have.
And the whole thing with Ronda, her showing up out the blue and not speaking, is that something that she's going to do coming up to the next fight?
That was, first of all, she was never supposed to speak, and neither was Amanda. My production guys screwed that thing up. And the thing that, you know, it made Ronda look bad again, like she just stormed off and didn't do it. They were not supposed to do an interview. They were supposed to go up there, square off, and they're both supposed to walk away. So.
Why'd you grab her by the arm then?
Huh?
Why'd you grab her by the arm?
Because what I was doing, so they squared off, and then I was getting them to face forward, and I was waiting for somebody to bring Amanda's belt. You know how we do that? To put the belt so then you guys could take the pictures of them moving forward. And then I grab her and I turn around, and Rogan's interviewing her. Right? I was trying to get them to stand forward and then somebody bring Amanda the belt. Hey, we're not perfect all the time. We actually, our team coming into this big event, we made a lot of mistakes at this event that I'm not happy about. Not stuff that you would know.